right, everybody. So we've got done with breakfast and we've cleaned up our stuff, and I wanted to go back and kind of run through the chuck box that I showed you earlier when we were cooking breakfast, and the hash browns were cooking on top of it. So I'm just going to have Mark kind of run through his chuck box. It's his chuck box. His father-in-law made it for him for a Christmas gift this year. So I'll just kind of let him run through it and kind of show you the specifics and give you a little background of where the design came from. So Mark, why don't you go ahead?
Thanks, Joe. So like you were talking about, we wanted to have a little chuck box that we're able to fit everything that we use when we camp and have all of our meals done in one simple box. The dimensions on the outside, it's made of pine. It's about 2 feet deep by 3 feet wide. It's got 2 drawers. In the top drawer, I usually keep some extra silverware and some of the spices. I'll have my GSI Outdoors spatula kit and towels. In the bottom drawer, I keep larger items, my olive oil, some matches, fuel. I have my stove inside of here, which we'll get to in a minute. So I have options in which stove I want to use. If you can see, the table's custom made as well. We had custom legs that we ordered from Amazon, and they fold out. But the original design was to have the legs built into the chuck box itself. But when we measured the dimensions, the size and the weight of the chuck box itself was a little bit heavy for one person to handle. So the decision was made to go ahead and make a separate table with the legs that they were short enough so that the chuck box would not sit too high. The hardware, my father-in-law is a woodworker, so he had a lot of the Formica on top and just the drawer pulls that he had, so that didn't really cost us a lot of money. On the sides, there's spring handles. They're pretty sturdy. They're countersunk into the pine. And the little shelf, collapsible shelf extenders are also from Amazon. So pretty much the wood was from Home Depot and all of the hardware was from Amazon. So let's go ahead and open her up and I'll show you the inside.
All right, everybody, just a quick word from our sponsors. First of all, Slammer Series turkey calls. They're made by a hunter for a hunter. And if you're interested in getting a new turkey call, visit www.slammerseries.com. Also, Aqua Leisure Services, LLC, serving the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and surrounding areas. If you're looking for a pool or spa needs, please give them a call. And Sign Scientists, providing a broad range of services, including wall murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.signscientist.com or call 919-685-7641.
All right, so let's go ahead and open her up and see what we have on the inside. To do that, the compactness of it, and I wanted it all self-contained, so if I had to put it on the back of my truck and it rained, a lot of the things inside would not get wet. So the best design we came up with was to have it kind of open up from the top. And so to support the ledge, we've got these collapsible shelf hangers, and then we pull open and we have an extra shelf, right? So we have a lot of little counter space here, so we can have our food prep and we can have some dishes on top. So we have lots of space, so we don't really need a lot of other counter space. The slide on the front comes off to expose the entire front, and it slides into the back to act as an additional windscreen. So as you can see, we have the Gas One stove in there. It's a single burner stove, and it's fine for most of our cooking purposes. Usually we just cook one thing at a time, and it works just great. Underneath it, you will see that there's a pull-out shelf with a collapsible sink. So after all the cooking is done, we can do some dishes and fill it with some water, and cleanup is just a real snap. Underneath the shelf, I have another little bin with wipes, a Mora knife, some scrubbing tools for the cast iron skillet, and some matches. Now, as I said before, we had talked about trying to make it a little bit wider so that it would fit the double stove. And so when we kind of made a little bit of a prototype, it was pretty heavy and pretty bulky for one person to carry. So we made it so that the dimensions would fit a single burner stove in it for now, and then the drawers. And the compromise was that he manufactured this little shelf that goes right on top. And that allows you to have a double burner stove on top if you need the extra cooktops. So it's really well put together. Like I said, my father-in-law is a woodworker. He does really great ideas, and we just kind of sketched this out on paper, and he said it was a big challenge for him, and he really enjoyed making it. So I've used it a couple times, and it's worked out really well.
Cool. I mean, yeah, it looks really nice. It looks like he really did a nice job to it, and I think, like, as Mark said, like, it's the fact that you have the table at the perfect height for the chuck box, so when you're standing in front of it and you want to cook, right, you're not really up high, you're not bending over and down low to hurt your back. It's at the perfect level. So with the table and the chuck box together, being able to cook and do all those things is really neat. So there's all kinds of design of chuck box out there that you can buy from different companies and sell them and all. But I think it's really something special when you can kind of put together your own design, especially when you build something with a family member, something like Mark's father-in-law did, and having that piece. He's going to have this for a really long time. And it's kind of cool that he can use it and get some really good experiences with having it. So it's really neat. And thanks, Mark, for running through it. And we're going to use it again, obviously, when we're cooking here over the next couple days. And you can hear the boat going by in the background there. So yep, somebody's going fishing. Yeah, it's just really cool. It's really great. It makes me want to go build one and get one for myself. So now we'll have two for next year maybe. But yeah. So anyway, this is the chuck box, and now we're gonna download some stuff and get ready to go on our next adventure, and we'll take you and show you around the rest of the campground and some surrounding areas.
Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.